Here we go down to our friend's cabin for the weekend. They have a place at Mount Olive on the river. It's on VRBO. I will post the VRBO link in the comments. And check out the entrance to get down to the cabin. This place is so cool. Old road. You're looking for somewhere peaceful out in the country. This is the spot. Let me show the drive up so you can see how pretty it is.
Well, we're just going to go
He's going up to the drive. Their cabin is further that way. We're going down this little trail to go put our boat in the river. Back on the riverboat this weekend, or at least for the day. This little trail winds all the way down to the boat ramp. We left the kids with my mom and dad for the weekend, or just for the night. Rusty and I came up here to spend some time with our buddies. Had a long hot week, pouring concrete, shooting pools, and we decided to take off a little bit early Friday afternoon. So we started early. We started at 5 and get to the river. I don't know if you can see the cottonwood floating through the air and these massive, massive trees down here. It is absolutely gorgeous. The river is actually a little bit up right now. It's full. I'm sure they're generating at the dam. And Willie is already swimming. It's 90. How hot is it right now? 98. I said 98. He says 100. It's hot. So we're pumped. We're gonna get us a little. We're gonna get us a little hot afternoon on the nice and cool White River. Rusty, tell us about the river temp.
I'm gonna say the river up this far is so we're probably 30 to 40 miles, check me, from the North Fork and Bull Shoals dams. Actually, the North Fork will be closer, and then the Bull Shoals dam. But I'd say we're 30 to 40 miles from there, river miles. And I'm gonna say this far down, the water's still probably in the 60s, maybe in the high 50s.
Since it's all generated off the bottom of the lake, it stays cold year round. So, but we enjoy it when it's 100 degrees.
But the cool thing is about this, you can actually feel it. Wow.
You can feel the cold air coming off the river. Even just standing this far back, you can feel it hitting you.
Big time. It'll fog up really big tonight. We'll take pictures of that. The fog will come rolling down the river with the current. But that current right there is probably rolling. I'm gonna say at least, you're gonna think I'm crazy, 67 miles an hour.
Yeah, that river's getting it right now.
Probably rolling 67 miles an hour, which brings down colder water quicker. On when it's low water flow, you're gonna have less cool temperatures because the water has time to warm up. It's rolling slowly. But the cool thing about this is it's a multi-species river. White River, Arkansas, trout, brown brook, rainbow, cutthroat, walleye, catfish, smallmouth bass.
You can catch it. We joke it's God's country because this river is absolutely gorgeous. The further up you go is better trout fishing supposedly, and the further you go down, I mean, it gets down to the delta where it goes into the Mississippi River, so you get into like farm country, low ground, big catfish, but then up here the river's so much colder. I'm not sure. I'll have to have somebody else that knows more look it up, but we are in the 2022 Topwater the Topwater Limited. We want to be like Joe Rogan and tell facts, but we don't have a fact checker, so you might want to
fact checker.
ask Willie, I'll tell you. But Rusty actually custom designed this boat. We traded boats several years in a row, kind of trading around, trading up, saving up the money to get our dream trout riverboat. And so he picked out the paint color, the metal flake, everything from the wheels on the trailer to the motor to the interior layout. So we really enjoyed it. It's a perfect boat to fly fish out of. If you've got somebody that wants to row, you can have someone row, sit on the cooler seat, 2 people can fly fish, or you may have seen us in it. We load it down quite a bit with just the kiddos and the dog, and we have room for everybody to fish and have a good time. 60-40 jet. Let's do it. Come on, Lily. Girls, let me tell you how we're still married after 12 years and dated for 4 before that. I can back the boat trailer. So, it is worth your time and effort to learn early how to back the boat trailer. And don't sit home when he goes on adventures. Go have fun with him. That's what we do. We've done it since the day we started dating. So, he does the boat, always. I do the boat trailer. It's not that difficult. You just have to practice. It's worth it, I promise. And there is our buddy's cabin. Rusty's already doing a little light fishing, drifting down, spin casting. That's our buddy's cabin where we're staying tonight. So, pretty little view of the water. You can go out, sit on that porch, drink your coffee, and look at this. Hard to beat it. So, on the river, on the left, it's not super easy to find, but it can be found by boat, is the waterfall. A lot of people that have followed us on Instagram or Facebook for a while have seen pictures and videos of it, but I'm telling you, I don't care how much water's rolling off. We've seen it where the whole face is completely covered with water, and then, you know, after a big flood, and then we've seen it where it's just barely dripping off like it is today. And every single time I've been here, I am impressed and wowed and in awe of how pretty this little spot is. And it's literally just going up and down the river, come into this little hidden inlet, and you come in this little cove to the prettiest sight.
The water's down in here. It's like,
yeah.
get the boat in.
Yeah, sometimes we have to like drag the boat in because it's so shallow. Today it's pretty good. The river's up right now like we were talking about earlier. So when the river's up, of course, everything off of it's up. But Willie likes to get out here. And usually when we have the boys with us, they get out, they climb up here, they take showers in the cave water where it's dripping down. Really glad. He likes to jump off and go exploring. It's so cool in here too. So literally the temperature outside is like 98 to 100 degrees today everywhere else. And like we said, it's cold on this river. It feels great. But you get up in here where you've got such a thick canopy of all these river trees. It's nice and cool. There's also another big cave up there that you can hike up to. You can go up these falls, hike up to the left. It's a little bit sketchy up to that point, but then it gets pretty neat. Yeah, it's average hiker. It's a little sketchy. Really pretty spot to hike. And all right, we're putting this phone down so we can go exploring.
Careful. Well, you know, it's what's funny about that, just talking here, is that's a limestone rock. And that's what's making the sheets like come down.
That's all wrong.
But what's crazy is it's almost got like a muddy texture to it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's like a slick, muddy.
It's dry, it's fine. Where it's any kind of moisture, it's just.
It's got like a slick, muddy texture. It's very
I have
like,
fallen straight off of here into this water more than once.
wouldn't you say it's kind of malleable, kind of like it's not hard as a rock?
It's not hard at all.
No pun intended, rocks. Sorry. No, it's not hard as a rock. It's almost like a muddy limestone clay. Really cool. Look at those ferns growing. So me and CJ, we say this every single time we come here. We're like, you seriously? I mean, we're in Arkansas, North Arkansas, which is God's country in our opinion. But I mean, you can't find this kind of stuff in Costa Rica. We've been to Jamaica. We've never been to Costa Rica. Wanting to go. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe. But we've never been to Costa Rica, so we're just wondering, does Costa Rica have something like this you can take your boat to? Good girl.
Feels so good today.
Willie dog.
Just spooked it with the Willie.
Do it.
Here we go, Connie Creek. Look over here. We are taking a dirt road from their cabin
Hey.
all the way
Hey,
to PJ's
we're gonna jump off of that
restaurant. No, we
ledge. Right
are
over
not.
there.
Is this not gorgeous? Where else can you find landscape like that other than Arkansas? On your way to a 5-star gourmet dinner. Taking a dirt road.
Full diary.
Dirt road to a 5-star. Here's the restaurant, and here is the view. Check out the beautiful fall. Gorgeous. We are packing up this morning and heading to another body of water. We got up, had some leftover prime rib from the restaurant last night, drinking our Mountain Valley water, the purest and best water in the world, and eating some fresh sliced watermelon for breakfast. We're about to hit the road, go meet my mom to pick up the boys. Load up, Willie. And go to the lake. Gonna be another great day on the water, just a different body of water. Sure is hard to leave this beautiful river frog and big old cottonwood trees though. You ready?